have Parkinson's. Well, we're going to do a how was my day today, and hopefully it's a wonderful day. That's what I'm thinking it's going to be. The weather is going to be nice. It's a bit clouded over, but it's going to be above zero and nice. Yesterday was lovely. Oh my gosh, yesterday was a lovely day. But today's supposed to be pretty good. I don't have a lot on my agenda today. We're still waiting for Claudine to get everything figured out. I believe she is going to be going to emergency. The plan is she's going to emergency tomorrow because her consultation with the surgeon isn't until April, and another doctor that she talked to yesterday felt that this was something that should not be waiting, and he suggested that she would get to emergency. So she's going to go to emergency. When I say when she's going, I'm filming this on Thursday, and you will be seeing it on Friday, and it is on Friday that she is planning on going to emergency. So unless they say to her, no, this can wait and you'll be sent home, then that would happen. But if what the other doctor had said about it being urgent is the case, then they should take her to surgery sometime. They'd keep her in the hospital till they would do it. But we won't know that until later in Friday day. So I don't really know what to say because as of today, she has not gone in for surgery yet. And it's really getting bad. Like she looks like she's about 7 months pregnant. There's so much on the outside now of her abdomen wall that it's very noticeable that this has happened. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Things work so slowly, it's ridiculous. I mean, I've heard of people dying waiting for heart surgery and stuff, and I think the word is apathy. Like people they're all so concerned in their own lives that they don't even think about others. And every once in a while you reach a very caring doctor, but other times you don't. And it's sad because, there's so many people that could use those caring individuals, and they're worked outrageously hard, like especially with the last 2 years, there's been a lot of them worked incredibly hard. And I understand that they're tired, but health matter no matter what the circumstances. But then you see that in all the war-torn countries as well. The doctors they're the last ones to get the thanks, and they're the first ones that you go to when you have trouble. That's the way it is, I guess. Anywho, that's off topic. That's how I kind of go on little tangents. I go around in circles. Anyway, I just thought I would wake everybody up with a good morning and a hi to do, and then we'll get on with our day. I don't know. Today, what I sort of plan to do, I have to do some menu planning. I won't be probably going grocery shopping this week because Claudine will be gone. I can either order groceries in, but we were sort of thinking Bill might want a day out. He might take a taxi up to the Walmart and just pick up a couple of things if we need it. And if not, my son will go and get the things that we need. So, but I think that we're probably fairly good. So anyway, I'll check back with you when I know what I'm actually going to do. Checking back in with everybody. I'll let you know what we're doing. Bill's doing the laundry, so he's bringing it back, and I hang up the things that don't go into the dryer and put them away. He takes them down to the machine. We are a fine oiled machine, we are. So we're getting the laundry done. I'm wasting time playing Candy Crush. In between Candy Crush, I'm watching other people's videos. I made a decision of what we're having for dinner tonight because I had put on the menu plan, clean out the fridge. Well, there isn't anything in the fridge to clean out. so we'd have been pretty hungry. So I went and took some shrimp out of the freezer. So we're just going to Bill's going to have shrimp on toast, and I'm going to have shrimp on lettuce. And after that, I'm going to finish up the menu plan for the next week after that. It's a little more complicated now because with doing videos, I have to put certain meals on certain places. So it takes me a little bit of thinking time, which is good to keep my brain going. So, and another thing I wanted to point out, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but I'm going to turn you around and show you something on the floor. Well, that's on the ceiling. Okay, we're going to tip this down to the floor. Just a minute. Look at that. There's no dots on my floor. Now, for the people who are just joining new, they never had the privilege of seeing my little twister game on the floor. But I had these black dots on my floor in order to trick my brain and help me walk on a path, make one foot go after the other. And it worked really good. But we decided that, we wanted to see whether they would come off the floor. Because at some time, if we move, we're going to have to take them off. So I wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to create a huge issue. So Bill got them off so easy. I mean, I was surprised, really. I was surprised. So if I find that it's a problem, I can always put them back on in the meantime, because I do have other ones. But I think I probably will be able to leave them off for now, and put them somewhere when we go. But so my floor is looking like a floor again, which is kind of nice. And so that's where I'm at today. I'm just going to finish up the menu plan, try to find something for us to have for our lunch. And actually, we have leftover homemade beans in the fridge. We'll probably have that for lunch, I think. Okay, anyway, I just thought I'd check in with y'all. All right, bye. Okay, we're back with an update. We're getting lunch ready right now. Bill is making French fries in the air fryer for himself. I haven't decided. I'm either having an apple or an orange. I haven't decided. I feel like some fruit. So I'm going to cut one of those up, but I haven't decided which one. And I thought I would tell a little story while we were just having a lull in our time here. I may have told this story before. I tend to tell them 2 or 3 times because I don't remember what I've said. But anyway, this was one that happened when we lived in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. And we lived in an apartment building, a seniors apartment building. It was a lovely place. We loved it. But anyway, we had a nice 2-bedroom suite and whatnot, and we had our own washer and dryer in our unit. So we didn't have to go down the hall like we do here. Well, anyway, one day Bill wasn't home and I was doing the laundry. And the machine we had was an older machine, and it had always worked fine for us. There'd never been a problem with it. I'm not moving around very much right now because I'm waiting to take my meds here, so that's why I'm kind of still. Anyway, I put the load of laundry in, and the water started to fill up. Well, I went into the kitchen or the living room to do something, and I just assumed the machine is going to run. Well, the overflow never stopped the water from rising, so of course it rose all the way to the top and started to run over. Well, it took a few minutes of running over before the sound of the water running over hit my ears out in the other room. And I thought, I hear water running. And I went to look, and here was water pouring out of this machine, right? And I was beside myself. I mean, immediately shut the machine off so to stop the water from continuing. But I had a huge mess running out under the door into the hall and everything. And I thought, I had no idea what to do. Like, I mean, it was like I didn't own enough clothing or towels to stop up this amount of water. And Bill was home to be my rescuer. And all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door. And I think, this is an answer from God. Somebody has knocked on my door. So I open the door, and there's the janitor with a very stern look on his face. And I said to him, oh, thank goodness you're here. I said, I don't know what to do. I said, my washing machine has overflowed. And he says, I know. And I said, how do you know? And he said, because every medical alarm in the building went off simultaneously. There was 96 units, and the water had creeped into the walls in the hallway and run down the hallway. Luckily, it never got into anybody else's suite. The only thing it did was run into the hallways, but it went down. I was on the top floor, the 5th floor, and it went down all the floors in the wall, and it set every medical alarm off. So he said, well, he got me helped with bailing it out and sopping it all up and everything else. So we got it all cleaned up, and he brought a big wet vac into the hallways and wiped that all up. I felt terrible, and then I said to him, I said, well, what do we do now about the damage that's been done? I said, can we get an estimate on it or something? And he says, we'll put it into the board and just, they'll tell you how much it costs to have it fixed. Well, I went down every month and said, have they got that estimate yet for me to pay for that? And at about 6 months, he said, they have obviously covered it, because he said, nobody would have come and done all that work and not been paid. So he said, they've obviously covered it and just never told you that they covered it. So he says, just don't do it again. He said, you're off the hook for it. So I said, well, thank you very much. But can you imagine the panic in their office when all of the medical alarms went off? Oh my goodness. I felt terrible. But anyway, it was just, he said it was so funny when I opened the door and I just went, oh, thank goodness you're here. I said, well, I thought you were an answer from God. Anyway, that's my overflow story. So I'm going to go and have myself either an apple or an orange or something. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to tell you how the rest of the day is gone. I still have to take the little tails off the end of the shrimps, and then I can cook them up. Bill has just gone downstairs. He's going to check for the mail, and he's going to go and have coffee with some of the people that sit downstairs. So he's doing that, and I just thought, well, I'm just going to finish up here, and then I can maybe start to do the upload and whatnot. I trounced him at Yahtzee. I couldn't believe it. I trounced him at Yahtzee. But anyway, he usually trounces me, so fair is fair. That was fun, though. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to say now. I'm going to finish up here. I didn't have anything else that I was planning on doing today. I've pretty much accomplished everything other than finishing the dinner. And I'm just going to take it easy. We'll play a few games of Yahtzee. I'll watch the rest of the videos that I want to watch. And who knows, we might even be able to watch a movie together later tonight. We haven't done that in quite a while. So anyway, I hope you're all having a great day. I know I am. And we'll just see what tomorrow brings. But yay for today. Okay. Good night.